Hello everybody, it's Beth's Golden. Today I have an unboxing, an unenveloping of an order that I placed with an Etsy store. I ran across an Etsy store. I'll have the link down below because I don't remember the exact name. Hopefully there's information in here. And she had original vintage playing cards with pinups, a whole bunch of other things, as well as a whole bunch of original vintage like paper goods and things like that, and World War II ration tokens. So I decided that it would be fun to create a junk journal with those items, and then I also ordered some feathers. So let's see what's in here. Really nicely wrapped. I paid $40 for all of this, just shy, $39. And then these are the feathers that I ordered. So I'll open up these first. I picked out a digital downloadable kit from Calico Collage that I'm going to use these in. So I'm super duper excited. I like to get original things like this, and I want to feature the pinups. So I thought that this was a good mix. Oh, and she even used a piece of ribbon to attach it so they didn't all fall apart. Looks like there are several feathers. I don't want to pull it apart because when I use it, I just kind of want to take them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. These are really pretty. Happy about that. I also have a mask I want to do those for. Oh, I forgot. I also ordered some cute little vintage floral, what are they called? Appliques, I think. So here are the ration tokens from World War II. When my daughter found out that I was getting these, she flipped the lid because she's like, oh my God, Mom, those are so valuable. I don't know how valuable they are. I got a dozen of them and I think they were like $4 or $5. So they weren't too expensive. But yeah, these are from World War II and they are ration tokens that they had to use. I didn't, since they are vintage, I didn't want to necessarily put any adhesive on them. I was going to use them in kind of like a shaker card. So that's what I'm going to do with those. But I thought they were pretty cool. And then these little flowers I thought would be cute with the vintage pinup girls. Let's take a look at these. Oh yeah, look how cute these are. So we have some of just their little teeny tiny, which is perfect for what I want to use them. All right, the blue one, brown one, pretty little yellow one. So these are sweet. All right, so there's those. Those are nice and sweet. Put those off to the side. Feathers here. My ration here. And then we will go on into these pinups. Oh, I'm so excited. These are playing cards. I got a dozen. Like I said, these are vintage. They're the only kind of cards I've ever gotten. Pinup styles have always been copies or digital downloads. So these, let's take a look at which ones I got. Oh, how cute is she? And then her. Love this. This one's one of my favorites. I have a digital download of her. Use her a lot. Looks like she's playing strip poker. She lost her bra. I thought I was going for some non-nude ones, but you can see some side boob. That's okay. I'm good with that. I do that more now for your benefit than for mine. I don't have any problem. I actually like the nude ones. I think that the human body is beautiful. And so to me, it's not this sexual thing. So it's art, but I understand that, you know, not always the case. Not everybody shares my opinion. So, and then this one. And her with her pretty little bathing suit. Ooh, another loser in strip poker. Oh, oh my, this one's a full nude. Sorry about that, guys, if you're watching this. And then this one is so cute. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So I did get a baker's dozen, which is 13. So she did a good job with that one. Now, this is basically kind of like a grab bag of vintage bits, paper bits. I can't ever say it right. It's like ephemera. I don't know how to say it. Everybody else can say it, but I can't. Beautifully packaged. I wish she had a card or something in here, but that's okay. And I just wanted to create the, I wanted to throw this in, you know, the kit, the little junk drill I'm going to do. So this is a Ottawa Labor Day celebration. It looks like a ticket. 2 tickets. And then a vintage card, an anniversary greeting that has been signed by a J. Delia, Aldine Love, and Doyle. Interesting. Pretty. Then we have a log cabin coal. Looks like this is a check-in. Dancing and try another ticket. Oh. Then we have, oh, I love letters with old stamps on them. Miss Mary. And this is in Wayne, Indiana. No return address. Oh, look at that envelope. Oh my. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And then look at this. A little letter. Okay. Clean shower in town. So it looks like this is a little ad. September 1953. September 20th, 1953. Oh, bills. Look at that. Number, to who, and whose favor. Year, oh my God, 1909. You guys, this is so cool. $5 in 1951. It's a savings bank. This might be a bond. Certificate of post office registration. A union ticket. Wow. Hallman and Company, 1933. You guys, this is just showing me that we really need to shred our things so 100 years from now, someone can't steal our identity. Here's just a check. Lions Club, 1929 through 1933. Looks like it's their minutes. Wow, 1930. R. Watson and Son. This paper is so delicate. 1963. This is an estimation of work. You know, and everything's done in cursive. And I know that my youngest knows how to write in cursive, but I don't know if my other two do. So it's sad because pretty soon they won't be able to read what this says. This looks like this is just a record. This is in some pristine condition for being so old. Oh, look at that sweet little thing. A baby girl. Dale and Mary Lou. Final notice. Uh-oh. Demand for payment. Somebody's in trouble. Oh boy. This is the grocery store. Wow. I'm going through someone's life right now. I think this is pretty much from the same family. Oh, what a pretty check. Porter Candy Company. New York Central Railway, 1955. 16 packages of candy. Standard Machine Company General Repairs. 64. Wow. All right, guys. So this Etsy store was completely legit. She did a beautiful job packaging all of this. It was exactly as I had anticipated, what she advertised. And I have never, ever, ever bought anything like this ever. I always use digital downloads for things like this, and I thought it would be cool to have the original. And there is something surreal about going through a package like this with this information, you know, and reading a letter that was written, you know, 85 years ago that is still in pretty much pristine condition. So I'm pretty impressed with this. Stick around and see what I do with, or come back. I don't know if I'm going to include it in this video. What I do with this, like I said, I want to create a mini album using the Calico Collage kit. I believe, I forgot which one I picked, but yeah, this is pretty freaking fantastic. I'm very, very impressed with what I got. If you're interested in this Etsy store, I will have her linked down below so you can go check out her shop. I know that she received 67 pounds of this and wasn't even able to really get through all of it, and she was trying to unload some of it. So it came in a pack of 20. That's what this was, of just random tidbits. So yeah, I thought the prices, considering everything I got and how well she packaged it all up, were fair, and it was cool to go through it. And it's going to make a really, really cool junk journal. Really cool. I'm going to feature these right here. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys, until next time, happy crafting. If you're sticking around, or if I've added the video then to this, then stay tuned for the walkthrough of that journal. All right. Hello everybody, I'm back, and I wanted to show you the digital download kit that I'm going to be using with the vintage pinups that I got and the other goodies that I got. I decided to go with 2 kits and a cup and an envelope download that had a tag too, because like I'd mentioned, I don't want to be adhering the pinups to anything. I want to slip them in and out because I want to respect the integrity of the vintage antique. Plus, I've never owned like a vintage pinup, so I really think it's cool. Anyway, I've always just had digital downloads. So I'm going to show you what I printed up from the kits as well as the envelopes that I bought, or the digital downloads I downloaded. This is from Pink Grace. This is a background page, as well as this one. So I didn't print the entire kit. I always just print the pages that I know that I will use. Since I'm mixing two kits together, this just made the most sense. I love that little cute envelope with that. And it's more pockets I bought, so I got some of these little pockets. And then here's a really cool library pocket. Love that. Pretty ATC size. And then the other one I got is called, let's see, what's the name of this one? I think it's So She Did. Yeah, So She Did. So this one, so I have lots of pinks and blues. I thought that the pink Grace would lend itself well to the vintage, the other vintage pieces that I got, like the letter and things like that. That one's really pretty. And then the element pages from this. These are fun because you can put them into a locket. So that's kind of cool. And then I love these pockets. And then here is the pocket. This is an additional kit. I think it's like 4 sheets, and it has the pockets and the tags that go with it. So I thought that it lent itself well to both digital kits. All right, and then I was gonna make a junk journal, but I found one. Excuse me, my children are home, and I apologize for the noise in the background. I found one that I thought would be perfect. It's this one, and it's by Canvas Core Brands. I think it's the 7 Gypsies line. And I really am, let me shut the door. Ugh. Turn it down, I'm recording. Okay, so sorry about that. This is the 7 Gypsies journal, and I like it because of this right here. I can poke holes and slip it in. It also has some beautiful background sheets that I can actually remove and save for later. So it comes like this with your, there's like 4 different styles. So you can intermix them as much as you'd like to. So I'll use some of these, of course, as the base, and then the rest I can pull out and save for another day. Actually, there's more than 4 patterns on this. So I just thought that this book would be perfect because I can make it chunky, or I cannot. I can make it flat. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on my project, and I will come back and show you the walkthrough. So I finished up this really fun junk journal, and I'm going to show it to you. I have to say that I ended up with a kind of like a pattern or a certain way I did each page. So they're all similar. They all have similar elements to them, which I love. This is the front cover. And this again is the album. I got it through Canvas Core. No, it's Seven Gypsy, which is also owned by Canvas Core. But this is the front of the album. I like it because of this. I could add things to it and make it as bulky as I needed to. This piece right here, as well as these two pieces, are from the Calico Collage lines I showed you earlier. I really love the cameo. This was really easy to do. I used one of the accent pieces on her junk journal kit, and I popped it in here with a little bit of super tight quick dry adhesive, and then I put an epoxy sticker over the top. That's all I did. And this ribbon is actually from the vintage papers and things I got in that Happy Mail I showed you. I bought off of Etsy. I thought it looked really good here. And then this is from the kit. This is from my stash. I think they're Hobby Lobby. This I found at the dollar store. It looks like a really pretty lacy type trim, but it's really a sticker. This is Tim Holtz. And then this down here is a little angel that I made. Again, with the Calico Collage piece. Lisa Kettle. That's her little head. And then these are those Prima molds that I made out of paper clay. And then I went over with the Prima wax in amethyst and I rubbed it in. And it just, oh, so pretty. It gave a beautiful finish to it. I do have the video in which I made these down below. So if you want to check out how to do those, make sure you check out that video, because I do go through it and I show you how I did it. All right, so let's get into this. One of my goals when I did this was I did not want to damage I didn't want to adhere or damage the pinup cards. So I used all of them in pockets. Then to add some extra interest to the page, I also included some of the, actually I think I included all of the vintage paper that I have, and that's back. So none of these are attached in here. I did, this is my first page. She believed she could, so she did. And this is the girl I used. I think it's so cute to have her little legs sticking up there. So this doesn't, I'm not harming this piece at all. I'm still keeping the integrity of it good by placing it in this pocket. These are little Primas that I had. This is actually vintage trim that I also bought from that lady on Etsy with all of this goodness. And this is one of those ration tokens from World War II. I did use adhesive on these two. So I don't think that they're worth so much, but the adhesive that I used, I could pull it off and rub it off. So I'm not too concerned about that. But this is pretty much the basis of all of my pages in this album, is pocket with the vintage paper, the pinup inside the pocket, and then the little beautiful floral and the ration token. So those are all of the vintage pieces. And I truly did use a lot of junk in this. And then this one, my girl is this. It's her. And again, same concept. There's that piece and that piece. I was able to finish off like 10 different packets of embellishments in my stash. So that's awesome. Love these little tickets. And this one actually opens up this way. And now some of these ladies are nude. She is topless. And so there she is. All right. And then I just covered this with this ATC sized image from the junk journal kit as well. And then this is the next sheet. And for this one, her. Again, same thing in the back. These little pins I adore. I had several in my stash, and so I tried to incorporate them whenever I could. Love them. Now, this piece, I love this letter. I don't know why. I just love it. I love I love the personality, maybe, if that's the word. I really love it. It speaks into an era before my time, and I really wanted to hang on to that. And so these two are the cards. I slipped 2 cards in here. The records, and then looks like she's playing strip poker. And I also have the letter that I read earlier in here. And this is just so pretty, the inside of this envelope. You don't find that as much as you used to back then, these days. Okay, this is a flower that I've had for some time. I think a friend of mine sent this to me. I love it. I was looking for the perfect thing to put it on, and this is it. I have the little ration token hidden in here, and then those little pins again behind. And then this is hers. This is the one I put in here. So I just love that these are playing cards. And this is the next one. Again, the ration token, and then the little piece down here. And then I did this one in here. She's so cute. And then, of course, I really, really beefed that up with a lot of the vintage paper. Okay, now this gal is completely nude. So I'm going to give you a minute to fast forward if you get offended. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not offended by it. I'm a woman, and, you know, nothing new to me. And I don't look at it in a sexual manner. It's art to me. So anyway, she is nude, and she's so beautiful. This is one of my favorite pinups. I have her in digital as well. And then this one, I added in this piece as well just to give it some more interest. I went back after I got done, and I popped in these little ATCs or library cards and tags, just, you know, to pump it up a little bit more and give it some more interest. Here she is, ready for bed. This one's the library card, and this one, I love this one. Her and her long johns. Isn't that adorable? So cute. Now for this one, I actually ran out of my pockets, and I ended up using literally these last 2 sheets. I used up what was on my desk. I didn't want to go and print more. And I had enough to kind of pull it together, and I really like how it turned out. This is a bag that came with some things in it from the lady that I got the pinup cards from. So I trimmed the bag down, put an ATC size over it, and then I stuffed it with these, and here she is. I put her on her side. I wanted this one to kind of be on the side. I wanted to do something different. And so here she is. And it works because she's kind of laying down. So I liked it. Oh, I know why. I wanted this to be upright, so that's why I decided to go on the side. Okay, and then the last page, this one is actually a really cool page. I took the little brown bag that something came in, and I cut it in half. I put one of the Calico Collage images sideways on it. I think that this is one of the tags that goes inside, that's meant to go inside one of the pockets from the rose tags and pocket envelope. I don't think this is part of the kit. I think that this is one of the additional digital downloads. And then I just embellished it. And for this one, it's her. And then I added in these right here too. So this was a really fun project. It took me about a week to put together because I really wanted to keep the integrity of these cards, because these little pinup cards, this pinup style is my very favorite style. And the fact that I have my hands on, original ones, like authentic ones, I didn't want to go and put glue on that and adhere it. I wanted to really make sure that I kept them as close to the original as I could. So this was just a nice way to do that. And then these in the back, had I not also purchased those vintage paper pieces, I would have probably ended up printing more of the accent pages from the junk journal and just use those. However, I thought that this worked so well just to pull this all in. And I did fold the pages, but I didn't, with the exception of this one, I didn't glue anything down. So again, I really wanted to preserve the integrity. And sometimes in art, you can't always do that, and not everybody holds that opinion. And I think if it was something that I wasn't so passionate about, I probably would not have given it a second thought to tape it down. And that's each individual artist, that's up to them. That's where they use discretion and they use what they want, because that's what this is about. So this wasn't the cheapest junk journal kit I've ever made, simply because I did buy the pinups and then also the ration tokens and then these little beautiful floral crochet type pieces. I think I spent about $40 on this, but to me, this is like I said, this is my passion. So it was so worth it for me to do that. Oh, and then this right here, this is another one of those little pieces that I slipped an epoxy sticker over. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys got, maybe it sparked your creativity and your interest, and gave you some ideas for how to use old things in junk journals, in which you might be a little bit scared to tape them down, but you want to use them. It's no fun when we have beautiful pieces like this and we keep them in a box. We want to showcase them and enjoy them. That's the purpose of it, right? So I hope that this gave you some ideas on how you can do that. Another thing that you might want to keep in mind is, you remember those old photo corners that people used to put in scrapbooks and photo albums back in like the 40s, the 30s, and the 40s? My grandma had her wedding album in which she did that. That's another wonderful option. You actually just pop photo corners on this that doesn't have adhesives, and then you place it on your page, and if you need to remove that picture, you can, and it doesn't do any harm to the picture. So that's another beautiful option. So just some things to think about. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to share this video. I would really appreciate that. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And I would like to know how you guys treasure, how you document maybe older things like this. If you have any ideas or suggestions, if you can leave those down below, that would be wonderful, because I'm always open for new ideas and I would love to learn from you guys too. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And everything, like I said, I went through and told you where everything was from, and I'll have that listed down below. Make sure you check out the description box. I also have some other of my favorite shops, some of which I have discount codes to, and some are my affiliated links. So if you can check those out if you're interested, please do so. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra to shop at those stores. In fact, if you have a discount code that I have, it'll actually save you some money, but it does help me out. So I would appreciate that. Until next time, happy crafting.